Hey friends, it's Kara here with Kinsley's Creative Palette. Friends, I'm so excited to show y'all the project that I have on my board today. A friend of mine ordered a set of interchangeable gnomes, and we thought we would get kind of funky with it and do a bunch of 3D elements. So I cut them out this week, and I cut an extra one because I knew I wanted one. And I grabbed all of the gnome, like the little pieces, the interchangeable pieces that I include with my full-size gnome. And I created these others with these adorable little hats. So they're all different, which I loved. And I've also got the welcome wording, which I left in my board, so it's easier to paint. And we're going to paint this today. Now, for some reason, it would not let me put the links in the description while I'm live. But after I'm done, it'll tell you the links to my Posca pins that I'm using today, as well as the interchangeable kit and the files. So if you wanted to purchase the digital files. Now, you'll know a couple of weeks ago, I worked on my paint rack, which let me see if I can show you. Guys, it is awesome. It has, I can put my full-size bottles at the top and then 120 little bottles right here. So I'm kind of loving it. Hi, Dana. Hi, Diana. Oh my gosh, I can see comments. That makes me so happy. All right, I'm going to jump in and get started. What we're doing today is I'm going to use the baby white method and do the background in white. So very similar to the way that I painted the background of the paint rack, actually. Sorry, I've got like 16 bottles of white paint in the studio that are almost empty. Pam Stinson, hi love, how are you? Okay, so I just saw your name pop up the other day. Did you comment on the laser course? I think you might have commented on the laser course because your name is super familiar. Okay, yes, and please sprinkle. I forgot to say that. Please sprinkle. But I have like 16 bottles of white paint that are almost empty. And so I was trying to use some of them up today before I open a new bottle. So I'm going to set all of these gnomes off to the side. And I do want to show you something. The Gnome Noses are also 3D, which my neighbor was like, we should make those 3D. And I thought, you're a genius. So anyway, Miss Pam, my neighbor, is the one who actually said we should do that. And it was, I thought, brilliant. All right, I'm going to set these words off to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and start painting this background. I've got, mine aren't baby wipes. They're antibacterial wipes just because that's what I had. And then I've got just some white paint right here. And friends, I'm just going to start kind of brushing this on. I just want it to be kind of vintage. I thought about painting it brown, but I like the idea of it being bright. Laura, hi, love. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. You just made my day. Don't make my day. Don't do that. All right. I'm kind of working in small areas because I don't want to have to go back over it. I don't want it to get too bright. So I'm kind of working in one slat, I'm going to call it, for lack of a better word. These lines are etched, and they're etched kind of deep so that you don't lose them when you're going, when you're putting your paint on. You can always take a toothpick later and get some paint out of those lines if you want to. Miss Teresa Colson, Miss Tanya, hi! Oh my gosh, y'all make my heart so happy. You know, when I get on, I have not painted a whole lot lately. And when I get on, sometimes I'm like, man, my people are going to be like, Kara, you left me, and nobody's going to be on. And so it always makes me so happy when I see y'all. It makes me so happy. Like I'm getting to paint with friends. All right. Now, if this white starts to dry out, I'm going to dip it in the water. Right now, I'm still okay. I just want it to be vintage and distressed. If you can see, but you can still very much see the wood grain through. Almost like a whitewash. We're going on Tom Sawyer here today. All right. I got a new pink tablecloth. Because y'all know pink is like my favorite color in the world. And so when I saw it, I was at Michael's last week. I was like, ooh, I've got to have a pink tablecloth. But now I don't want to get paint on it. And I just did. Isn't it funny? Like, it's a disposable. Well, I say that. It's one of those like felt packs, so you're supposed to be able to like use it for a little while. Oh no! Okay, hold on. Let me move this. Can anyone else? Is that better? I have to use a different mic with this laptop, and I might have had it too far away from me. So somebody let me know if I still sound like I'm underwater. Better. Okay, thank you. If it gets bad again, y'all just tell me. Hello, Tracy from Florida. But yeah, if it gets bad again, please just tell me and I'll adjust the mic again. But I bought a brand new laptop in December, and the sound quality on it, even though like it was a good laptop, is terrible. So I have to use a mic that plugs in. All right, friends, I'm just going over this one more time, smoothing it out, getting some paint in here. And I would love it if you're just jumping on, if you would sprinkle this with your friends. Get some more fun crafting friends this afternoon. All right, a little bit more right here. It's hard to see in the picture on the camera, but this just looks like a really faint whitewash. I can still see all that gorgeous wood grain, which I love, and it just looks really pretty. So let me set this down and show you. Can y'all see that? I'm going to put it up close to here. Can you see? It looks way streakier in the camera, but that's only because I'm getting the flash, like the, what do you call it? The glare. Okay, so I set that on the floor. I'm going to get a wipe and wipe my hands. That was the messy part. I don't think, I'm going to do the split screen. Karen, I use StreamYard, and I can send you a link if you remind me this afternoon, and you can play around with StreamYard. So remind me, and I'll send you a link to try it out. Okay, so now let's get started on the gnomes. I'm going to paint their beards white, and I might make a couple of them have some gray on them. And I'm going to try to put all three of my gnomes on my Spinny Sue, and so I can paint them all. All right, I'm going to set all these off to the side. We'll paint all those at the same time. And I'm actually going to use the tape. I'm going to do that. Hi, Miss Karen. Okay, all right, so I am going to need white. Since white usually takes several coats, we're going to start with our white today. Now, if any of you have laser cutters, hey, Stoney! If any of you have laser cutters, I just listed this file that has all of these interchangeable hands. I just listed it online, and I'll tell you something really awesome. I know so many of my friends are using the Glowforge, which is a great machine. It's not my machine of choice, but it's a great machine. And I actually designed the files so that you could use them on a Glowforge without a pass-through. So you can make this full-size door hanger set without your pass-through. And what I did was I just cut my circle in half, and then so it would cut in two pieces. So anyway, it's really cute. Let's see, what all do I want white on here? Beard. I'm just gonna kind of paint. So Karen said she's going to come live with me. Karen, you can come live with me. My husband might get a little bit upset, but that's okay. He'll get over it, right? All right. So since my noses are white paint right there. Since my noses are going to be 3D, I can cover up that area. Stony, you do have a laser cutter. So you got some of my files a while back, and your sweet wife told me that you were going to be making rails with some of them. And I want to see. So if you purchase the files that are for the gnomes, if you're going to cut your own, they do come with files specifically for full-size lasers, and they come with files for the Glowforge. So you don't even have to resize. Everything is done, and I actually included on the Glowforge files, which I'm hoping this is helpful. I included like boxes around them so that you can see which it cuts in 4 parts. So you can see which parts go together to cut. Anyway, I tried to make it super easy, but it is my first time specifically designing for the Glowforge. Yes, Eric would be very upset. He would be very upset. All right. I have been cutting for the last few days. Thank you, Stony. You're very sweet. I love designing. I really do. I'm not a great painter. Never have been, but I do love to do it. But I do love like the challenge of designing new things and like I don't know. It's almost like designing to me is almost like a puzzle. And I like the more I design, the better I feel like I get. And so I get like, I just want to keep trying to get better and better and better. And so I figure out new things all the time, which honestly, like, I think I have one of those personalities that I'll never stop learning. Karen says, you made your Mother's Day picture and said you were 89. Well, I guess on the positive side, at least you weren't 98. What do you think? Is that a good positive? Oh, and I forgot to tell you. So we do a subscription box. I have 2 memberships that I run. One of them is a door hanger painting membership, which you can't see the door hanger that we painted this month, but it was an ice cream cone. It's like a waffle cone that had 3D sprinkles. And so we did that the other night. And then I do a home decor box every month, and it's just some type of home decor item, and it's a surprise, and I go live, and we can put it together, we can craft it together. Did that make sense? Craft it together. And anyway, we only open for a few days each month, and I open 20 spots, and I do have a few spots left, and we're open through tomorrow. So if you would like that link, all you have to do is comment below for either virtual paint party link or home decor box link, and I can send it to you this afternoon. And actually maybe this evening before I get back on the computer. So I think I'm going to be cutting all afternoon. Okay. Just trying to smooth this out. We don't want our paint to be too, we don't want it to be gloppy. Is that the right word? Gloopy, gloppy? I don't know. So I'm trying to kind of smooth this out. There we go. Okay. What's everybody up to on this beautiful Thursday afternoon? It was cold here this morning, like really cold. Well, in the 30s. It's frigid. was frigid. I have the curtain up at the studio. Teresa, the virtual paint party membership was supposed to open in May, which I know now is May. We have some family stuff going on, and I am not able right now to do a full-blown launch, because normally when I do, like when I'm opening the virtual paint party membership, I try to go live every day. I'm in your email box every day, all over social media. And I will tell you, I don't have the capacity to do that right now because of some other things that are going on in our lives, which is part of the reason I haven't been on a lot. So what I had been doing is, if you are interested in the virtual paint party, I can send you a 72-hour opening. So if you are interested and you would like to do the virtual paint party, all you have to do is message me and I'll send you a link. It's only good for 72 hours and then it goes away. So if you would like to do that, just let me know. But I have been, because I just know that right now, like I said, I don't have the mental capacity to be able to put everything I need into a full-blown launch, unfortunately. But I would love to have you in the VPP membership. Miss Teresa does our home decor box. I will tell you, probably 25% of my home decor box members are also virtual paint party members, which makes me so happy. Sewing hair scrunchies for the grandkids. Well, that sounds like fun. It's been forever since I've used a hair scrunchie. I don't really have enough hair. My daughter uses them. Oh, Teresa. I always think like there's going to be a time where there's not something crazy, life changes and all. I'm starting to think like this is just life. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. I'm fine. Like mentally, everything is great. I just, I just don't have a lot of capacity right now to do more than keep up. I have, like I said, I have been designing. So I'm still, doing all the things. And we are packing, y'all. This is so awesome. This makes me so happy. We are packing the May home decor boxes. Half of them are already packed. And part of June is already cut. So I am trying to stay ahead so that my sweet family can still be my priority. And I don't get too far behind. And this makes me so excited. I'm gonna have to show you all this design. I have the first birthday party in the studio in, gosh, it's probably been a year and 3 or 4 months. And it's a little girl's birthday party. And let me show you what we're painting. Now, I got these super fun pipe cleaners. I'll show you right here. You'll see these. Some of them have like the thick and thin. Some of them are sparkly. And I got a pack of turquoise and a pack of like a purpley pink. And we are making these we're making these butterflies. And I did little holes right here where the pipe cleaners go through. Let me show you the back. So they can put the pipe cleaners on, and that becomes the antenna for the butterflies. So anyway, I'm so excited about doing that. That's coming up this weekend, and it will just be so nice to have kids in the studio again, because it's been too long. Like when I started this business, it was because I wanted to have people in here smiling and finding confidence and all the things. And COVID has kind of taken that away. Everything is virtual right now, which is perfectly fine. I'm not complaining, but I have very much missed having kids and even adults in the studio. There's sometimes I just think, man, I know there are people who are stressed and they're going through things and they could use a creative break. And the studio is such a fun place to be. So I'm really excited about Saturday. All right, so guys, I'm just going to keep putting white paint on. If you see me like put a little bit of paint here and then move over here real quick, it's because I got too much on my brush and I'm kind of wiping off over here, and I'll come over there and spread it around in a minute. Now, I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe that in one of the groups I'm going live in, I can only go live for an hour and a half, which normally that's plenty of time. But because this has so many parts, I may not finish it all live today. But we'll get as far as we can. But if you watch this video back later and I'm not finished, that's why. Okay, so it's funny that, oh, let me scroll. I've got to scroll up. Hold on a second. Let me see. It was Tracy. It's funny that Tracy said she was sewing, because sewing is kind of how I got started with crafting, and I miss sewing so much. There's just something about like having this raw fabric and thread and turning it into something. There's just something really cool about that. I've always really liked it. And I've got fabric like coming out the wazoo, and I never sew anymore. It's kind of a waste. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Do y'all see this? This is an ice cube tray that is silicone. I have one that has smaller holes, but I found this one and I really love it. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna have to see it, Teresa. She says, you're not going to believe this, and I'll send you a picture of one of the butterflies I did about 4 years ago and sold on eBay. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait. Okay, so yes, so this one is bigger. It has bigger holes. It's brand new. And I actually am using the top of it, which it has a lid, for my white paint today. I'm going to put my like the sun-kissed peach, which is the color that I use usually for flesh. I'm going to put it on here too. And then I'm going to tape down. Let me see. I don't want to do this. I think I want to tape them down to here. I'm going to move this up. Hello, Miss Lisa. Okay, I've got my painter's tape. And I'm going to put a piece of this, sticky side up, on here. Okay, ready? All right, there we go. And I'm going to put my Gnome Noses and my hands. Make sure they're the right side up, okay? My Gnome Noses and my Gnome hands on here. And I'm going to go ahead and paint those this sun-kissed peach color. Now, I don't want too much paint on my brush. I'm going to try not to get the sides and just do the top, because it kind of provides like a shadow effect since these are laser cut. Kind of makes a shadow effect if you can keep the dark edges. So I'm going to brush from the inside out with not a lot of paint on my brush. And I think 2 coats is probably going to be enough on this. So if you'll notice, I put a bunch of white on. I'm going to have to put more white. Now I'm going to the sun-kissed peach because it's going to take a couple of coats. And then we'll start working on some of the colors that aren't going to take as many coats. So I try to kind of do those ones that are going to take several first. And then move on to the others. So we have staff appreciation this week. Lisa, if you put an order in, how long does it take to ship? It ships within 5 business days. If I have time, normally every order ships, like I'm always caught up by Fridays is kind of my goal. So orders that come in later in the week actually tend to ship quicker. But tomorrow we have staff appreciation this week at the middle school. And I also have a hair appointment in the morning. And so I'm not working tomorrow. So I'm getting everything else out today. So it depends on how big your order is. If I can get it cut this afternoon and shipped tomorrow, if not, it would ship next week. No later than next Friday. I usually say, though, 5 business days, just because it's really just me. So I do have some helpers that come, but they are school age. And so I don't always have consistent help. I just kind of have to work around their school schedule. I hope that makes sense. I hope that if you have more questions, feel free to ask. Okay, this is almost dry. So I'm going to put some more white on here. Friends, this white takes a lot of coats. I'm just trying to put thin coats so it'll dry quicker. Yes, you're welcome. Sometimes I'll tell y'all a secret. Sometimes when I'm cutting one of something and I don't have anything else that fits on that sheet from another order, sometimes I can cut 2 at the same time. Well, I mean, it takes twice as long, but on the same sheet of wood. And so there's sometimes that I already have something that you want cut in stock. Yes, Kelly, it is. I tried to link it before I went live, but StreamYard does not show the description until I publish the video. But it is live on the website. There is, if you go to the website, and it's acting funny right now. I don't know. My server was having issues yesterday, and I haven't reached out to my tech guy yet. But if you go to the website and you're looking for something and you can't find it, there's a little magnifying glass. If you click that and you type in like gnomes or gnome, it will pull up any time that a gnome is mentioned on my website. It breaks it into like blog post, products, and then something else. And so, yes, it is on there. But if you're having any trouble on the website, like I said, I'm having a server issue. Don't know what's going on, but check back. And it seems to like fix itself. So until I can get my tech guy on it, I'm just kind of having to be patient. But yes, this kit is $45 and it comes with all 11 attachments. It's about a 17-inch circle. And anyway, it's super cute. And you are able to either use a magnet and make his hands magnetic, the one in the middle, or you can use Velcro for his hands. But I did get it listed today. I will get it over to Etsy as well. I haven't gotten it over there yet. Oh, man, I'm slinging paint today. I'll get it all over my shirt. Should have put my apron on. All right, I think I'm going to do a little bit more here, and then I think I'm going to quit with the white. If I have to, I can come back and do a little bit of white later. Hello, Miss Rachel. Thank you for catching me live. I'm so glad. It's been a hot minute. Yes, I admit it. It's been a hot minute. Teresa, I need to live in Ohio. Yes, you do. Yes, you do need to live in Ohio. If you're just jumping on, I would love it if you'd sprinkle with your friends. Show them this adorable, sweet little gnome set that we are painting today. I am going to grab navy blue. Friends, this is the reason I wanted this paint stand, okay? Mine is mounted on this palette board that I can move around, but I can just grab my paint. Y'all remember I used to have to get up all the time because I would forget what paint color I needed. All right, so I'm going to do navy in one. I'm going to do, I think I want to do this like turquoisey color. Oop, nope, I guess I don't because I'm not going to have enough of that. Let's do dark brown for one. This is burnt umber. And other colors. I think a green. Let me get this bluish green. I might have to mix a color. Thank y'all for sprinkling. Hello, Miss Sandy. Okay. I don't think it's meant for me to do this like turquoisey color. We're going to try. Pam says, what type of paint do I use? Girl, I use acrylics all day long. Now, every now and then, if I can't find the color I want, I will take a bunch of acrylic paint and I'll mix it together and I'll paint it onto a piece of cardstock. And then I will take that cardstock to like Home Depot or Sherwin-Williams and I'll get a gallon of it made. Now that separates more than my acrylics do, but in a pinch, that's what I'll do. Rachel actually created it and cut them. So they're on my website. They're about $44.99 plus shipping, but they hold 120 little bottles of paint. Plus the top shelf holds the really big bottles, like these big 16-ounce bottles or the 8-ounce bottles. So that's on my website. I also sell the digital file. So if you have a laser cutter, you can cut your own. That is where I set out to find the perfect paint shelf, and I knew exactly what I wanted, and I couldn't find it, and so I just had to make my own. All right, so I've got this navy, and I'm going to do one of the hats. I need a bigger brush. Let me throw that one in the water. Get a bigger brush. We're going to put some navy on here. My laser is working overtime right now. Yes, and Rachel, I will tell you, I think I have one more kit pre-cut that could ship out tomorrow. So if you're interested, I think I do. Yes, I'm sorry, Lisa. Okay, so friends, if you go to my website and it's not working right now, please be patient with me. Shoot me a message if you need to, and I can get those listings up onto Etsy, so at least you can go ahead and order. But I will send a message to my tech guy. I just don't, like I said, I don't know what's going on. Okay, Sandy says she got herself a Spinny Sue. So friends, I don't know if y'all know, but I run two memberships. I have the home decor membership, the box, where you get a new box that is a craft kit for the month, and we make some type of home decor item. And then I have the virtual paint party. Well, we had our first members retreat for the virtual paint party a couple weeks ago, and the prizes I think I was most excited to give away were Spinny Sues and these little paint things. So I hope that my friends that won them also were excited about them. Let's see. I think I want to paint this. I'm painting these neutral colors because these are going to be bright colors for seasons, and I want these to really stand out. So I'm kind of using like some neutrals. Yes. Okay. Lisa, I will get that. I will get that link. If you can't get it this afternoon, just let me know. But I'm using some neutrals like this navy, kind of a turquoisey, like darker green and then also a dark brown. And I'm going to kind of mix and match their feet and their hats and all the different things so that they're all neutral, but they'll all look good together. So I'm kind of just going to, you know, the guy with the blue hat may have a brown parachute, or just going to kind of do it like that. So Laura says, yep. She says, yep, Laura won Spinny Sue. And did you get the paint holders too? I think you did. I think you got 2 Spinny Sues because your daughter came. I think you did. Could be wrong though. I've slept since then. We had lots of prizes. It was really awesome. We did some fun projects too. At least I thought they were really fun. I kind of stretched my people a little bit. We did some new stuff. You got them all. I love it. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do the brim of his hat. Let's do the brim of his hat blue. And let's see. And then I think I'll do his shoes blue. Y'all would be embarrassed if you came to my house right now and saw what was on my front door. So I painted at Easter. It has to be one of my all-time favorite door hangers. It was the vintage bunny. And I can't remember. It's the girl. So I painted her. And I loved her so much. And I love Easter so much that, friends, I still have Easter up at my house. I can't bring myself to pull it down. Cannot bring myself to pull that bunny and my all the Easter stuff down out of my house. It's kind of sad, kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. All right, I'm putting a second coat of blue on here, and then I'm going to switch to another color. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see, but I have in here, I have dark brown, this greenish turquoisey color, and my navy. So I'm going to do that greenish turquoisey color next. I'm going to size down a brush. Size. And I think we're going to do, oh, I love that. Okay. I think I should have done his shoes brown, but we'll see. I might decide I like this. I love this color though. Let's see. Look how pretty. Let's see. Can y'all see that? It's kind of hard to see the difference in the color. All right, Sandy, I hope you have a great day. Let's see, how am I doing on time? Oh, I'm good. I have like 45 minutes. Okay, and I think I'll do his hat in this color. This is a really pretty color. Let's see what color this was so I can get some more of it. It's called Deep Green Black. That's interesting. I would have thought it would have had like a fun name, but it's Deep Green Black. And it is an Anita's color from Hobby Lobby. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to the brown. I'm not even going to wash my brush. I'm just going to go straight into the brown. It's okay if it has a little bit of this other color in it. Just kind of spread it on. Mix it together. Kind of made it the darker color. All right. Oh. So this morning I got up and I was starving. Like, do y'all wake up some mornings and you're really hungry, and other mornings you don't need to eat until like noon? So I got up this morning and I reached for the frosted mini wheats. I grabbed a whole banana and 3 big strawberries, and I cut it all up and I put it all together. And on the back of the box, it says 1 bowl and you're good until noon. Okay. So I thought, oh, I'm going to eat this big breakfast. I had been up since 4. And at this point, it was like 7. I thought, I'm going to eat this big breakfast. I'm going to be good until noon. Guys, at 9:30, I was starving again. And I made a big batch of tuna salad yesterday. I ate a tuna salad sandwich at 9:30 this morning. How weird is that? Like, I know people do like cold pizza for breakfast, but to me, because I'd been up since 4, it already felt like lunchtime. So I legit ate a tuna salad sandwich at first thing this morning at 9:30 this morning. I'm weird. What can I say? I was so hungry though. All right. Okay. So I'm painting these shoes brown. These are looking really dark, which hopefully will mean that these attachments that we paint will just really pop. That's what I'm hoping. All right. Okay. I think I might do color, maybe a deep red. Let's see. Ooh, I think I might do gold. Let me do like King's Gold for another color to kind of go with all this. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush so I can get in these little spaces. Paint these pants legs that are kind of up underneath the beards. Now this is going to need a whole nother coat of white paint, but I'm not going to bore y'all and put another coat of white paint on. What I'll do is I will, after I get done painting the gnome colors, I'll move on to the attachments, and then that way we can paint a couple of attachments before I have to jump off. Okay. Let me turn this one around. Can get this inside. Oh, whoops. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and put another quick coat of the blue and the green on. And then I think we can move on to the next. All right. Another blue. And then Do this blue. Turn it to the other side. Shoes. And then the dress. He's like a wizard. He has like a wizard dress on. Okay, I'm gonna have to size down my brush to get in that little area and get some crisper lines. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. And now I'm gonna do one more thing. Do that green again. Do a quick coat of the green. And then we'll work on our attachments. All right. So I'm going to set all of these off to the side. Let me show you real quick. Oh, I love the way this turned out. I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's just whitewashed. It turned out really pretty. And let me see, is there paint? I think we're okay. I'm going to set these on here so you can get an idea of what they're going to look like. And this one right here. I'm going to grab this. Let me lift him up real quick. A little bit of paint right there. All right, so this is what the 3 gnomes are going to look like on there. And then we've got their noses and their hands right here. So we'll put those on. I also need to paint the welcome. So I'm going to pull this off, pull this piece of tape off. I'm going to flip this over, and here are all of my letters. You see that? I think I want to do that. I want to do a yellow, that King's Gold for my letters. So I'm just going to dip my brush in here. I'm going to paint these right in this block. Pull that off to the side. This is why I can't use wooden paintbrushes or wooden handled paintbrushes, because I leave them in the water and then the glue gets all messed up and my paintbrushes heads come off. But it's what I have right for the moment. So we'll make it work. All right, let me pull that tape up. Okay, so there are those pieces. Okay, I'm going to pick, let's pick 2, maybe 3. Let's pick 3. Let's do the heart. Oh, no. The flower. Let's do the flower. Let's do some things that are coming up. So let's put the heart and that over there. Let's do a cupcake. And yeah, I usually super glue mine back on too, but every now and then one ends up over here where I just don't worry about it. Okay, we're gonna do these 3 until I'm like painting with it, and then I'm like, oh crap, it keeps coming off. All right, so I'm gonna do these 3 attachments that we're gonna work on painting. Hands, I'm gonna go ahead and paint those. The Sunkissed Peach. So let me go ahead and put the Sunkissed Peach on there. Really good coverage. Paint all of the hands first. Right. Hello, Miss Mary. How are you? Just dropped in. What am I painting? Let me show you. We are painting a set of interchangeable gnomes, and 2 of them will have hands, and 1 of them will have hands with different attachments. There's 11 different attachments, and we are just working on a few of the attachments right now. He said, I am doing good. I'm keeping busy and all the things, but overall, doing good. See. So that is what we're working on, is some gnomes and some attachments. Thank you, Miss Mary. All right. I picked 3 of the 11 attachments to paint today because I need to be done by 1:30. And this was just a lot of painting. So I was trying to just pick a few that would be coming up, like the flower for spring and summer. And then I've got a cupcake, which would be fun for birthdays. And then the star for Memorial Day and 4th of July. All right. Okay, so I'm going to grab a bright pink. Y'all know this is my favorite pink, peony pink. They quit making it, but I went and had it mixed at Home Depot by the gallon. And so I'm going to get some peony pink, and I'm going to paint this flower pink. Friends, if you've never watched me before, I love these microfiber towels because I will use the same brush over and over again. And once it comes out of the water, this dries, they dry almost completely with this microfiber towel. So I love them. It just lets me use the same brush over and over again. Okay, I'm doing a thin coat of this peony pink. Up closer. You'll see that. These pieces are etched, so there is detail. And you don't have to really guess where to paint. They're kind of paint by numbers. All right. I'm just going to get all this in there. Just trying to watch out around the fingers. If you have to, size down a brush. You start getting to where you can't get in those little cracks and crevices. I kind of turn my brush sideways and drag, but you can just size down a brush. Okay, so that pink is done. I'm going to do, I don't want to do navy for the star. I want to do red because remember I did navy on the clothes. So let me do red for my star. Friends, I'm just filling all these little holes over here. Grab that same brush, get it back out of the water, dry it off again. Where do I get the blanks? I sell the blanks, Mary. They are on my website, but disclaimer, my server is messed up right now, so my website's kind of going in and out. So if you try to get them today and you can't, I'm going to get them listed over on Etsy so that they're able to be purchased. Because my website's kind of going in and out. It started yesterday. We started having problems, and I have not had a chance to reach out to my tech guy yet to see if he can help me figure out what's going on. But I cut all of these in-house. And this one, I actually designed the digital file too, so it's got lots of fun stuff. Okay, so I am really paying attention to what color. Kinsley's Creative Palette, yes, it is. Actually, it might be Kinsley's Closet. I will put a link before when we jump off. So I'm paying attention to what colors my gnomes are painted so that these will really pop. So I am going to grab I'm going to grab my paintbrush. I'm going to mix some white. I'm going to put it in another one of these little cups, and I'm going to mix some of this peony pink, and I'm going to make a lighter pink. But yes, Mary, I will give you that information as soon as I jump off. I can't ever remember. I don't use my Etsy shop a lot. I list everything on there, but most purchases come through my website. And I can't even remember exactly what it is. I had a name change a few years ago, and there's certain things that weren't able to be changed. And I can't remember if Etsy was one of them. So I'll grab that. All right, so I've got light pink icing on my cupcake. Put this in the water. And then I'm going to grab my Posca pens to paint the rest of my cupcake. Now, for some of these that have more detail, I love my Posca pens. And if you're like, what's a Posca pen? It's like the Cadillac of paint markers. They are just juicy and amazing, and I love them. So I'm going to paint in here. Let's do that one, and then I'm going to do a yellow. Now, you don't ever want to use your Posca pens on wet paint because you'll ruin them. So just make sure. Oh, let's see. This one is too transparent. I don't want to use that. Let's do this blue. Let's I'm just painting all different colors here. And let's do this red. I ordered some new Posca pen colors, and they're not here yet. I was hoping they would be here before my lab today, but they didn't get here. So kind of sad. Okay, I haven't used this one yet, so I have to prime it. To prime it, I'm just pushing down and letting all that ink come to the surface. And this light green doesn't seem very pigmented. I don't think it's going to be dark enough. Nope, it's not. Okay, I'm going to grab these. These are a different brand of pen. And, ooh, I want this color. They're like a fine point, and I didn't have my Poscas in fine point. And these I got to try on Amazon. So we're going to give them a try. Ooh, yeah, I think I might like these. All right, so this is green. This is like a fun lime green. And then let me put this lid on. I think I want to go back over a couple of these colors. I'm going to see what this turquoisey color looks like. Pull that off. Prime it. There it goes. Yeah, let's try this blue. Oh, I like this better. Okay, so I'm kind of working this blue. It's like a lighter blue into that darker blue, and it's making kind of a brighter kind of color in the middle. Okay. And then that red, let's see. I think I want to go with pink. Let's do a darker pink right here. It's kind of a bubblegum pink. And then I'm going to grab this red and go back over the red again. It's a little bit see-through. There we go. Okay, so now these are just about dry. I'm going to hit them with a blow dryer. Remove this, grab my blow dryer. Then I'm going to grab this one. I don't know if you can see, but in the middle of the flower, there's just some swirl. Mary, how do I keep my Posca pens from bleeding when I seal? So I use a spray. I think some people brush on a polyacrylic. I don't normally do Posca pens before I seal it. Normally I would, especially if I'm doing lettering, I would seal my sign and then do my lettering. But I can't remember if it's the spray that doesn't bleed or the polyacrylic that doesn't bleed. So I'm sorry. I cannot remember. I'm having a brain freeze right now. I think I want white in the middle of here. So sorry about that. I know it'll come to me as soon as I get off of my live. The white one I want. I had a juicy white. So I had, is this my, nope, that's not it. There it is. I had a white Posca. Yep, and that's it. And you throw it away. I had a white Posca that was running low. And I keep grabbing it. So I'm just going to finally throw it away. All right, so I just did a fun little swirl in the middle. Yeah, you can use it after. That's normally when I would do it. But like with something like this, you yeah, you might want to use it before. Okay, what do I want to do? I think I want to do polka dots in blue on my star. No, you know what? I don't. I want to do white accents. What size tip for the pins? Okay, so my favorite Poscas are the 5M. They say, let me hold this up. Can y'all see that? Oh, this way. They say the 1.8 to 2.5, but they are the PC-5M. And those are my favorite, but I do have an order of these fine tip Poscas on order because I'm realizing I'm starting to use the fine tips a lot more just for detail stuff. So that's what I did want to get some of those as well. And just drawing on here. Just outlining. Now, friends, remember, if you make a mistake while you are doing your highlights, you can always paint over it. So don't be afraid to try to put a highlight somewhere. And if you don't like the way it looks, it's just acrylic paint. Let it dry and paint right over it. So all I'm doing is just some accents. And I think I'm going to grab the black. So, there it goes. Prime that black real good. And I think I'm going to do these lines between the cupcake colors. I'm going to do them in black. Just so there's some definition between those. Yeah, these pins don't write nearly as well as Posca's. These are just a generic acrylic paint pen from Amazon, and they do not work as well. I'll just tell y'all now. They are not the Cadillac of paint pens. But at least I've got a cute little cupcake. And then I'm going to go ahead and outline these hands with this black. Now, you never want to prime right on your wood because a lot of times you'll have that like rush of paint and it will get to be a really big disaster. So you always want, I don't know if you see, but I keep coming over here and dabbing. That's where I want to prime my pen. Uh-oh, somebody's shooting out there. All right. I want to show y'all the difference. You see how that hand kind of stands out better when you outline it? That's what I'm doing. It's just the little things that make a difference. Little bitty details. But to try to do this with a paintbrush, friends, I wouldn't do it. If that's your only choice is to do these highlights or outlining with a paintbrush, I'd say I just wouldn't highlight or outline. Now for big highlights, like when you're doing a door hanger, you can use a paintbrush. For these little bitty pieces, nope. Okay. Go along this bottom. Okay, that cupcake turned out so cute. Let me pull this up a little bit closer so I can show you. Y'all see that? How cute it turned out. You shake too much? Yeah, Teresa, I do too. I do too. Let me show you what this is going to look like on here. I'm going to just set that right there. Can you see? He'll hold his little cupcake. And that's just one of the attachments. So we're going to do 11 of those. Not today. I won't get to all of them. But I will, let me do this real quick. I'm going to set this right here. We're going to pop these letters out really quick, like. Get the tape off the back. And then push these out of here. Get that, pop those pieces out. Okay, so there's part of our welcome. And then here's the other parts. All right. So there is welcome. And we will glue that on the bottom right there. And then I want to show you what they look like with the noses, even though I do want to put one more coat of white paint. So I don't want to glue the noses down yet. But I just want to show you how cute they're going to be with their noses. Let's see, this one goes right there. And then this one right there. I might have gotten those two mixed up. Let's see. Nope, that's right. And then here are the other little hands. Let's see. Oh, these are looking so cute. And I will do some outlining on my gnomes so that, oh, look how cute, guys. Look how cute. And if you wanted the back to be brighter white, you could totally do that. I didn't want my back to be too bright because I knew that these were going to be, there's going to be so much white on here. But once we add, like once I take my black pasta and I outline all of the little details, like the little fluffy things on the hat, it's going to pop so much. So I can't wait to show you all the rest. I'm going to paint for about another 10 minutes live, and then I'll have to finish the rest of it up not live. So I'm sorry about that. I knew this one was going to be a long project. I'm going to go ahead and glue some of this down, though. You can use super glue. This is Gorilla Wood glue. And the only reason I'm using this is because it was on the table. But you can use whatever you want. I'm not putting a lot on here. And I have a skewer. You can either use a toothpick or a skewer to get any of the paint that kind of bleeds out from under it, or paint, sorry, glue. I'm gonna wipe that off or get it off with my skewer. Get anything around these edges. There we go. Looking so cute. And then I like how funky these gnomes are. I saw some signs online where they all had like the same hats and they were all sitting the same way. And I just want them to be fun, like a whole little village, like the 3 little grandpas in the village. And I think, so can we sell these? No, you can sell them. You can purchase the file and cut your own, or you can purchase the kits and you can sell them. Absolutely. The only thing you can't do is redistribute the digital files. Once you buy them, they're just for your use. They're commercial use, so you can use them to cut for other people, but you can't give away the digital files. I think that's pretty standard. So yeah, absolutely, you can paint these for other people. I'm sure there's a lot of people in your circle who would like them. Okay, I don't want to glue all of these down because it's going to be harder for me to do all of the details on there. So I'm not going to glue those down. But I'm just going to kind of take one gnome at a time. Put it up here. Oh, look. I want to show y'all. Look. Ah, love it. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of take one gnome at a time, and I'm going to start doing kind of the detail work, like adding more white, just kind of going over all the stuff to make it, I don't know, more consistent, more finished. Because, you know, sometimes when we're putting those first coats of paint on, we're just kind of base coating. And so this is kind of when I start doing the more touch-ups and all of that. So I did need another coat of brown because I could still kind of see through. You are very welcome, Miss Mary. Could still see through that. And then I think I am going to need a little bit more blue. I couldn't just leave them like this, though, because it would have driven me crazy. Okay. Let me grab. Oof. I'm going to grab this and do his shoes real quick. All right, guys, I've got like 7 more minutes that I can paint. Good news is we're pretty close. I still have the attachments to paint, but I'm kind of excited. My Posca pens will be here this afternoon, the new colors. And so some of those I wanted to wait and paint with my new Poscas. There's nothing quite like a new Posca. We're going to have a gnome party. Karen says next time she comes, we're going to have a gnome party. I'm all for a gnome party. I can do that. Did Eric like your gnome, your ladybug gnome? Okay, set that back over there, and then I'm gonna paint his dress. Oh, that's so funny. It does look like a dress, though. All right. Okay. Whoops. I think the blue, let me look at this one real quick. I do want to put a little bit more blue on here. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Gnomes, all of their outfits are painted, so now I just need to work on the white. And like I said, that the white just sometimes takes several coats, and I usually just crank the music up and paint all the white. And I just kind of, it's mindless. I just sit here and just keep painting it until I get enough coats on. If anyone knows of some white paint that covers like in one coat, I need it. Oh, there's a little bit of blue I just picked up. I know some people use chalk paint, and honestly, I should have grabbed, I have some chalk paint in the studio. I should have grabbed some of it before I painted this today, but I forgot. So I'm just using my acrylics. Okay, I think that's going to be enough white paint on him. Move him. Let's do the next one. Move their little hands and nose. Latex paint from the paint store. Does it really cover, like, is there a certain brand you like better than others? And does it separate? Because that's the one problem that I've had when I've gone to the store and I've bought paint at like Home Depot, is it separates really badly. And then I go to use it and it's hard to get it to mix back up. So let me know if there's a certain brand you like. Maybe I just haven't tried the right stuff. All right, friends, I'm going to have to jump off. My time limit is up. But thank y'all so much for joining me and chatting with me. And if you are interested in buying this set or the digital files and the website isn't working, shoot me a message and I will get you a link. And I will see you guys soon. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Bye, friends.